Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. Fresh diplomatic efforts are underway as the United States and Iran prepare for another round of high-stakes talks before the current ceasefire expires, with Islamabad emerging again as a likely venue. Another round of direct talks between the United States and Iran is expected before the two-week ceasefire announced on April 7th expires next week. According to multiple US media reports, both Tehran and Washington have agreed in principle to resume negotiations. However, alternative venues like Geneva, Istanbul, Turkey, and Egypt are also under consideration. US President Donald Trump has indicated willingness to continue negotiations, saying Iran had reached out and expressed eagerness to strike a deal. US Vice President J.D. Vance has said the United States has made significant progress in recent talks with Iran, but the next move now rests with Tehran. Speaking on Fox News' special report with Brett Baer, Vance said negotiations with Iran had made a lot of progress. However, he stressed that despite positive signals, Iran did not move far enough toward agreement during discussions. He made it clear that any further diplomatic steps depend on Iran's response. According to him, the ball is in Iran's court regarding the future of negotiations.
Prime Minister Sharif says full efforts are underway to resolve remaining issues following talks between the United States and Iran in Islamabad. Addressing the federal cabinet, he said the ceasefire still holds and described the negotiations as a historic moment. The Prime Minister confirmed the two sides held direct, face-to-face talks for over 20 hours, adding that Pakistan's efforts helped bring both parties to the table and sustain the truce. President Donald Trump says Iran is seeking a deal and has reached out to resume negotiations, but insists that any agreement will not allow Tehran to have a nuclear weapon. Speaking at the White House, he said talks have hit a roadblock over nuclear issues, even as a blockade in the Strait of Hormuz is now underway. However, he made it clear that Iran could not be allowed to blackmail or extort the world. Trump also said that the United States might turn its attention to Cuba once tensions with Iran are addressed. The remarks come after Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel called for dialogue with Washington without preconditions. President Donald Trump has warned that Iranian ships approaching the U.S. blockade will be eliminated. In a social media post, he said vessels coming near the blockade of Iranian ports would face immediate action. The warning marks a further escalation in naval tensions as risks rise around the Strait of Hormuz. On the other hand, Iran's Revolutionary Guards say no port in the Gulf or the Sea of Oman will be safe if Iranian port security is threatened. In a televised statement, a spokesperson said Tehran would maintain control of the Strait of Hormuz and restrict passage to vessels linked to what it calls enemy forces.
And Chinese President Xi Jinping has called for a more robust and dynamic partnership between China and the Arab world. Speaking during a meeting in Beijing, Xi emphasized that the world is undergoing unprecedented changes, requiring stronger international cooperation and unity. He highlighted that humanity is currently facing critical choices between peace and war, and between unity and confrontation. He stressed that closer China-Arab relations are essential to navigating global instability and promoting shared development. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.